Alright, so one thing I'd like to point out, if you're soloing and you don't have somebody to give you blood transfusions, things like that. Now, one way you can get up your blood is to go into a grocery store like this one. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to go around picking up all the food. Pick up as much of the food as you can carry and just eat it. You only gain about 100, 200 blood from each can, but it does go up. So that is a way to get your blood up while you're in the grocery store. Now, if you're a player that plans on soloing a lot, you have to know how to keep your blood up. And the best way to keep your blood up is to hunt. Now, to hunt, you'll need your gun, and you'll need a hunting knife. To cook, you'll need firewood and matches. Now, you don't have to have the firewood and matches, but we'll get to that in a second. So you'll first want to shoot your animal. Preferably not this close to Cherno. This is pretty stupid actually, but we'll go with it. You want to gut your animal. Now your meat won't always show up right away, but you push G to go to your inventory, and you drag your meat over to your inventory. Now, it's also kind of a boon that we're this close to Cherno, and I'll show you why. And the reason why being near Cherno is a boon is because of this church. Because next to the church is this little green barrel. Now, the reason why this barrel is so awesome is because you don't need matches to light a fire on it. And now that we have our fire, we can cook our meat. Now, you can see my blood is pretty low. It's 7,800, which, yeah, it's low. You want to try and keep above 9,000 blood at all times, if at all possible. Because if your blood goes below 9,000, there's a pretty good chance you'll get knocked out by a zombie when you get hit. Now we're moving on to backpacks and the inventory system. So as you can see, I put my backpack on the ground. When I scroll, it doesn't give me the option to take my backpack. Most people would look at that and say, well, looks like the game's glitched out on me. It's not true. Because you have to pick up all the items around the backpack. And now you can open the backpack, which I had nothing in it to begin with, or you can take the backpack. And now for inventory management. Now there's some loot here on the ground. I can open up my inventory, and I can either click open bag, close bag, or I can just double click on my backpack, and I can load things into it. Right? Okay. But that's when I look at items while they're on the ground. When I'm not looking at items while they're on the ground, and I open my inventory, click on my backpack, it doesn't look like much is very different. But it is. Because you're no longer picking things up off of the ground and putting them into your backpack. You're transferring things from your inventory into your backpack. See? It says patrol pack up here. Close bag. No more. Reopen bag. And here's all the things that are in our backpack. And we can select right to add them to our main inventory. Or we can click left and add them to our backpack. And that's how the inventory works in this game. Now in the next part, I want to show you how to throw things. So not everybody starts out knowing exactly how to throw things. When you have to push F. This is also how you switch between firing modes, like semi-automatic, fully automatic, and so forth. But I click F, and there's chem lights. Click it again, there's throw. Left click, it throws a chem light. I hold left click, and it throws it a lot farther. I go over to throw, picks up the pop can out of my inventory, and throws it. Throwing cans can be a good way to distract zombies. Well, seeing as the last zombie I met decided he wanted to randomly break my legs, I decided this would be a good time to stress the importance of morphine. Now, morphine is a drug that will repair your bones, and you do not want to be without it in the wilderness, or just anywhere really, or you will have to crawl to the nearest hospital and get some. Now, as of the last patch, they disabled respawning. So, if you're in the middle of nowhere, and you have no zombies to finish you off, you have no other choice but to crawl to the nearest town with a hospital, and find one of these little boxes here. Inside of these little boxes are a ton of medical supplies. You add the morphine to your inventory. Right click, take morphine, and it magically makes you forget about your broken bone. Alright guys, that'll wrap up my first DayZ tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. If you liked, thumbs up, subscribe. And if you'd like to make a special request for my next DayZ tutorial, please just send me a message on YouTube or leave it in the comments. Thanks.